Friendos, welcome back. I am so excited to be here and to show you what's inside this box right here. I have in here the Psychedelic Circus palette as well as the Liquid Star eyeshadows. Today we're just going to be reviewing the palette, and Friendos, you will not believe how I finally got my palette. Okay, if you Friendos are with it, please go ahead, hit subscribe if you like Jeffree Star Cosmetics or you just like hearing about the brand, one of the top 5 brands that I cover here on my channel. Brace yourselves, Friendos. Away we go. Okay, so on to that unbelievable story. You guys, oh my gosh. So I had to email and find out where my package was. I think a lot of you did. They took forever getting in here, but it was worth the wait, and let me tell you why. It may also provide some additional understanding as to why everything took so long. So I was made aware in an email that they were taking additional time to deliver these packages, and I was really worried that I wouldn't get this in time before my vacation, but it did arrive today, and the way that it arrived was so magical. I was here in my studio, which is on the far end of my house, and I started hearing this noise out in the distance. It's like, what could that be? And off in the distance, I could see the sun. It was setting, and all of a sudden, the appearance of a man in a pink cowboy hat. He was coming down my road, and he was getting closer and closer. I was like, what is that? That's too big to be a horse. Y'all, it was Jeffree Star on his yak. He personally delivered our packages to us. That's why it was taking so long. The yaks can only move so fast, and there were so many orders, you guys. So was it worth the wait to see that? Yes, I think so. I rushed down the stairs, opened the front door. The package was sitting right there, and he was galloping away. I yelled, "Jeffree!" But he didn't hear me, Friendos. He was already gone. So guys, let's get into the palette. I already took a peek at her to make sure nothing was broken. It's all looking groovy. Friendos, look at this packaging. This is so cool. And those of you who know me in real life, I'm obsessed with mushrooms. Not like in the psychedelic sense. I've never tried mushrooms, but I love mushrooms. I think that they are so fascinating. They're such a necessity to our natural world, and they just get forgotten. So I really do like mushrooms, and therefore I like the theme of this palette. So let's take off this packaging. Now on the actual packaging of the palette, it is not that same holographic look, but it's still really cool. It looks like, I don't know, it looks like I'm tripping balls. It reminds me of like an oil slick, rainbow colors. And let's be real, after this year and all the whoring releases, we needed an exciting color story. So we got one from Jeffree Star. Check this out. So Friendos, please sound off in the comment section down below. Let me know what you thought of the swatches. And now let's get into a look. So I'm wearing purple today. I want to do something purple, or at least partly purple. Okay, so I say we start out with Candy Flip. And guys, I'm sure some of you pro makeup artists or practically pro makeup artists out there know this already. But when you get a pink this light, a lot of times they can look really chalky on the eye. This is looking great. This is definitely a high quality pastel. Then I'm not switching my brush. I'm just going into Glamoury. glounery turned out really well. It reminds me a lot of a shade that's in the mini Jawbreaker palette. I think you guys probably know what I'm talking about. It's somewhere in between a pink and a purple, just like the perfect lilac shade. The other one is slightly darker. This one's a little bit lighter. Okay, so then let's go into the purple shade Transcendence. And I've not switched brushes this entire time. Y'all, this purple is great. Purples are just one of those areas of eyeshadows where a lot of times it's hard to get them right. You need to put in a lot of time, effort, and honestly, money to get a good purple going. And this one is fantastic. It's blending out great, and it's also bringing the pigmentation. It's blending nicely into the other shades that I have down. So I have nothing but nice things to say about it. I'm switching over to a Morphe M506. This one is just a little bit more of a precision brush than that fluffy brush we were just using. And I think for the inner corner, I'm going to go into Deep Dive. So now I'm going to perform a technique that I call Secure the Border, which sounds political, but I can assure you, friendos, it's not. All I'm going to do is basically make the parameters for where the rest of my makeup will go. So I don't want any other colors crossing this border right here. This blue shade is so nice. Oh my gosh. So you guys can see I'm just connecting the bottom to the top and lifting. So I'm going to be diving back into Deep Dive again in a minute, but for right now, let's move on to Lava Lamp, this true blue shade. I cannot get over how high quality these purples and blues are. I wanted to give them the test today because those are always the ones that can be problematic. And so far, these are performing great. I mean, just look at this pigmentation, look at the blendability. And friendos, where would we be in this review if we didn't test some shimmers? Let's try out the purple one first. This one is Tripping Balls. I really like that name. I think it's very appropriate for this palette. You guys know the deal. We go in dry and then we go in wet. So here we are, dry. So she's pretty. I can't say that she's stunning, but let's watch her live out her full potential when we add some Urban Decay All Nighter. Yeah, baby. Looking good. Have you ever just had something come out of your mouth and you like immediately regret saying it? That was me just now. Right next to it, I want to go into Mind Bender. So this one is kind of like a corally gold sparkly shimmer. This is gorgeous. I did not respray the brush and it's pretty dry right now, so this is impressive. Right off the bat, I can tell already that this is going to be a palette that I reach for a ton. I want to try out Tears of Joy now. This is a synthetic brush. It's not the best at picking up, so I might switch brushes. This doesn't look like it's picking up well. Let's try it out though. Okay, so that's doing okay. This might be a topper though, because it looks kind of transparent. Let's see what we can do with this though. Okay, this is so flippin' pretty, you guys. If it was meant to be a topper, just spray your brush and then it's a regular eyeshadow. It was so funny, Laurel. I have issues. So I had that shade bleed over a little bit more than what I wanted it to. I'm going to go back in with Mind Bender. Now what I'm going to do is go around and just start deepening up these colors. I am going to put a little bit of glounery right into my lower lash line and kind of really smoke this out. So while I continue to clean up this look, we'll head to Jeffree's site and I'll do a little reading for you guys. From Jeffree Star Cosmetics. This 21 pan artistry palette will allow you to complete a full Diva Galaxy look with psychedelic shifting shimmers, glitters, and colorful mattes. This vortex of color rectangle palette sends you into an altered state, preparing you for what is inside. 5 shimmers, 14 matte artistry shadows, and 2 mattes with shimmer. This palette is currently listed online for $60 and is only available on Jeffree Star Cosmetics. It does not appear to be available on Beautylish. And that's it. That's everything. Moving on. And now it's time for me to put on my liner and lashes. I'll be right back. So guys, mistakes were made. Y'all can tell these wings just kind of went out of control. My eyes started twitching while I was doing my eyeliner. It just kept getting worse and worse, so the line just kept getting thicker and thicker. We're here. We're just going to keep on rolling. So I had this sample from Benefit that's just been sitting here on my desk taunting me, saying, "Use me, you b***." So today's the day. You'll never guess what the name is. It's Krista. And I'm going to use ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade Oh Snap. And then finishing off from the Star Wedding collection, Feeling So Innocent. My guys, this video is just turning into a total dumpster fire. I can't get my lashes to stay on, so I'm just going to go ahead and give my final thoughts on the palette from today. So far, I'm extremely impressed with all the shades that I use, from the sparkles to the mattes, to the blendability, to the pigmentation. Everything just seems to be perfect. Now, as far as longevity goes, I can't really sit here and tell you that it's going to last forever, or I'm not going to get fallout if I hadn't sprayed the shimmers. I don't know, but just from the initial performance, I am very pleased. And y'all, we shall call it there for today, I believe. Thank you all so much for choosing to spend your free time here with me. It means the world to me. I want to know your thoughts on this palette. Did you pick it up? Are you going to pick it up? Are you on the fence? We will have a 2 looks 1 palette video coming very soon, and we'll dive back into this palette. So I wish you all a phenomenal rest of your day. Please don't hesitate to hit like if you did endure this whole mess and you feel sorry for me, or if you really did like it. I appreciate that too. Please subscribe if you have not done so already, because if not, we'll both have to live in the sorrow of never knowing what could have been. All right, guys, have a fantastic day. Bye.